I can see the stars align, dance around the moon every night. And now my eyes are open wide, and the sky has never looked so bright. Now I don't need to see the road to believe, yeah. 'Cause this is where I'm meant to be, I believe. And I feel the magic everywhere. It's all around us, it's in the air. And I see the magic we can share. So much wonder everywhere. And I feel the magic, ooh. Can you imagine, ooh. And I feel the magic, ooh. Can you imagine, ooh. And I feel the magic. It's all around us. And I feel the magic. It's all around us. There's wonder on this winding road in front of me, yeah. 'Cause I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And I feel the magic everywhere. It's all around us, it's in the air. And I see the magic we can share. So much wonder everywhere. And I feel the magic, ooh. Can you imagine, ooh. And I feel the magic, ooh. Can you imagine, ooh. And I feel the magic. It's all around us. And I feel the
Oh, it finished right in the middle of the word. Good evening, Tanya. How are you? Hi, everyone. It's so good to be here with you this evening. Soul and Beyond. We're back. I'm back. And I'm really back now. My gosh, what a ride it's been. You can see, look at the fuzz going on here. A little bit of static electricity happening. How are you all? It's been ages. Hi, Michelle. Great to see you here too. It's awesome to see everyone, actually. And tonight, wow, I didn't really. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Tanya. So nice to be missed. So good to be back with you. And these glasses sit in the right place so I can see. And I'm glad you're well, Tanya. That's really good. So much is happening. Christian Chapman, hello, darling. How are you? All the way from Geelong in downtown Victoria. Your neighbours to Michelle, Kristen. Tanya, where are you? Your Sydney area, huh? Or Queensland? For those of you who are watching, please do say hello and let us know where you're coming in from. And if we haven't met before, I'm Gwenda. I'm your host, mystic, seer, healer, wellness mentor, all sorts of things. Lithgow. Where's Lithgow? Hi, Mandy. Where's Lithgow, Tanya? What state is that in? I don't know that one. So this is Soul and Beyond, and we never really know what's going to happen. But I can tell you something very exciting for next week. I haven't even done this week, and they're already wanting me to talk about next week. So we'll just hold that off for a little bit, I think. Oh, right, New South Wales, Blue Mountains. Oh, lovely, lovely. Oh, interesting energy around there. So tonight, though, the conversation is around angels by your side. You know, it's not up to me what comes through. It's not always up to me as to who comes through. I can have things planned. I can put a call out for who I might like to see join us. And then we get other surprise visitors. So there's a little bit of fairy energy happening here tonight, which would be really cool. We haven't seen Fairy Queen Anastasia for a while. Maybe she figures that, so I'm listening, maybe she figures that she's an angel too, or wants to talk about having fairies by your side. They're quite different, but she's got a good sense of humor, so maybe that's what she's got in mind. And her energy is really it's just magnetic. It's very lively. She's a beautiful, beautiful queen fairy. Well, angels by your side. Most often people call for angels by their side when they're having troublesome times or when they're not well, very much when they are going in for serious surgery. As a nurse, I would hear people pleading for an angel to be by their side. Angels are called upon when people are traveling, sometimes through religious instruction. People call upon a couple of the saints. I think, is it Saint Christopher, who patron saint of traveling? But these are the times that people will call upon an angel. And in a plane, when there is a bit of disturbance in a plane, you hear, "Oh God," but people call for angels. Now, I've got some experiences to share with you tonight, but one of them isn't about an angel, it's about something different. It's what happened after that that brought the angels forward, and I didn't call for them. When people ask me to clear spirits, to clear their home, their property, their business of problematic energies, they say to me, I've often had people say, are you sure you're going to be okay with this on your own? Or if I'm called to a home where there is clearly very dark energies, and I am going to use the word demonic, I don't really care what anybody's in the new woo-woo spiritual things attitude is. I have had many encounters. And no, it's not part of me. That's the new spiritual junk. Those who really haven't had experiences and don't get it. So when I go to people's places and they say, is anyone else coming with you? I'm like, oh, they are. They're right with me. I don't go alone anywhere. I have my team with me, and then if I'm going to go and do any of that work, well, then I call in what one of my gorgeous friends says, call in the big guns, bring in the big guns with me. The reason I paused a moment ago, on a plane, when there's trouble afoot, you do hear people say, oh God. When there is, oh, hi, Lisa. When there are dire situations or situations that people want to blame God for, they call God. But when they want to do a tarot reading or they want a message and they use cards or an oracle book, they call on angels. That is a way that people have been taught. Now, I'm just going to slip this in here. Can you tell the difference? If you were to have a being appear after you call for one, say you've called on Archangel Ezekiel and you have this being appear, can you tell if it's Archangel Ezekiel or if it is an imposter? would you know the difference? And this is why, when you want angels by your side, you either ask for them by name in the highest order of God's light, or the highest order of the divine light. Fleur Massey, my gracious. Good evening and welcome. As soon as you say those words, only those who are of God's light, of divine light, can answer. But let me ask you this. Who says you know the angel that can really be of the most help to you? You see, there's many different levels of angel. There's many realms within the realm of angels. So it may be that what you need is not one of the archangels, but one of the teams that deal with humans, that deal with earth people. So when you want to call or you feel like you want a message, ask God first. Go direct. Now, I know some teachings, especially in the religious quarters, say you can't go direct. You have to go via Jesus. And Jesus is the only way in. Right. Well, now I'm going to ask you again. If Jesus was to appear in front of you, could you tell the difference? Would you know if it was him or if it's an imposter? When you want help from angels, you have every right to call. They are there to look after you. They are there to support you, to help you, to bring through things that you want. But like I said, usually people call for them when they're in dire straits, when they really need something serious. Good evening, Karen. The thing is that in the last 10 to 15 years, there has been a greater insurgence of other beings into this realm, and they can hold the form of a human, they can hold the form of anything, including an angel, including an archangel. However, they cannot hold it. They can appear in the form, but they cannot maintain it. It's too late. Once they've got you, once they've got your attention, and whatever it is, remember, you're usually in dire straits. So once you feel that you're being answered, or you feel that they are listening, you don't worry about it anymore, would you? You will just blur what it is that you need. So having angels by your side is easy. They wait for your call. You do have guardian angels that are with you all the time. They get tired. Can't blame them. Now, even your guardian angels can be ushered out of the way when you're not paying attention, or you haven't set the parameters in a way that keeps everything else out. So angels by your side, they are there all the time. They are listening all the time. You need to make sure that you are talking to and calling upon those who belong in God's light, those who are the angels, the archangels of God. Now, there is a very high level of, I just want to put this in here, a very high level of angel. And in recent time, in the woody-woo spiritual crew, people have been saying that they channel this particular group of angels, and some even say that they are one of them. Well, it's a little bit like those who tell me that, or tell you that they can go into your Akashic records. So much is not what it seems, especially in the spiritual realm. No human being can be one of an archangel or the higher angels above the archangels. I'm not saying the name of them because I want to see if any of you know who that next level is. So for people to claim that they are channeling this particular group of angels, or that they are even one of them, take a long walk away from such people. Even for someone you might know who tells you that they are an archangel, tell them that you need to go. You need to go and have a coffee somewhere else. Archangels have never been, will never be human, and neither are the next lot up. No, hi, Renny Ren. No, it's not the Elohim, but could go. Metatron, no, he's an archangel. They have a particular name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I'm not going to say it. I want you to know. I want you to tell me who it is. So, angels by your side. There are some really important ways of maintaining your energy so that you can connect with the angels of God, and so that you don't have intrusion or intruders, and these that can appear as an angel or an archangel when in fact they're not. Getting close, Karen, the 9 or the Galactic Council, getting close, different name. How are you, Renny Ren? And welcome. So, what I was thinking about a moment ago, an experience that I had, I was flying overseas for work, and particularly fit and healthy at the time. And this feathered being appeared next to me, frightened the wits out of me. Huge being. And you're like, Gwenda, huge, but you're on a plane. Maria, hello, welcome. And I knew immediately that this being was not there for the good of my health, and was not an angel or an archangel, but feathered, very feathered. And then an angel appeared, and there was a little bit of ruckus between the two. And what I heard was, "It's come for the baby." I'm like, oh, well, wrong person. There's no baby here. No baby here. And the angel just comforted me and left. This is on a plane. Yes, doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing. Anything and any angel can appear and be with you. So on went the flight, and I thought nothing more of it. Only a matter of weeks later, I collapsed and ended up being in the heavens with my dad. They couldn't wake me up out of the anaesthetic because I was with him, and he took me to see Mum, and she thought I had passed because she said I was in a long white flowing robe, and I had two beautiful, great big, she said, great big lilies, and I was standing arm in arm with Dad, and she said we were both looking amazing. So Mum thought I had passed. Well, no, I was just tripping around out in the heavens with Dad. Apparently I didn't want to come back. So the being that was on the plane, it's not the Anunnaki. They are a race of other galactic beings. I don't always like to play with them either, Karen. Sometimes I pack up my bat and ball and go home when they're around. So the being that was on the plane, and I was told had come to get the baby, I have to be very careful saying the word, but in Indigenous culture is called a featherfoot. Not always very friendly. And on the plane I was told, come to get the baby. And I'm like, no baby here. But unbeknownst to me, I was pregnant. I had been sterile for over 19 years or something. And there was no way for me to be pregnant, but I was. So here was this being, I'm not going to say his name again. It's a little bit like Beetlejuice, you know, come to get the baby. And sure enough, there was a baby. And of course, it wasn't going to survive, and almost me either. But the angel came at that same time. Angel by my side. I hadn't called for them, but they just knew. There have been accounts of people saying that at the side of the road, at a fatal accident, they've seen an angel. Some people have said, was that the person that died? And again, I say, no, it is not. That angel has come to guide that soul, stand with them. Several months ago now, actually, it's probably over a year now, I had a flash live on good old Facebook. A little girl, she had just turned 13. Unbeknownst to me, she guided me around streets I wouldn't normally have gone to see this big cross and loads of flowers. And I had no idea this was only up the road from home. But she came through and she came into my energy and wanted for messages to be put out to her parents. But what she was showing me was that she didn't believe it was her time and she didn't want to go. So she wouldn't leave her body. She couldn't get back in it, but she wouldn't leave it. And I had to actually call for an angel to collect her. They would have already been to the site the day that she was hit and died. Well, actually, they said she died 3 days later or a week later in hospital, but that's not what she showed me at the scene. So I'm going to say to you, died by way of the fact that her soul was no longer in her body, but she wouldn't give it up. So the life force was still connected to the body. An angel had to be called to help her. And the time where I had a young man appear next to a lady I was reading for, he had died in a motorbike accident and he didn't know where to go. He didn't know what to do. And he had, in his words, stuck his head through the wall, and it was the wall of the morgue, and he saw that lady walking past and he said, I liked her energy. And he wouldn't have spoken like that as the young man in physical form. I liked her energy. So he'd been tootling around with this lady not knowing where to go. And that day I called for the angels of mercy to come and collect him. And it's just like a scene out of Ghost, where I see them come in and they collect the soul. They lift them and they take them. And it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And the same thing can apply to your pets. If you have pets that are in great pain, or you are having to put them down or have them put to sleep, and it's breaking your heart, boy, don't I know that one very well, angels will come for you and your pet to help you through that. How can you know? How can you know if an angel is beside you? In times of deep grief, pain, tragedy, you might not feel them on a conscious level, meaning in the state you're in, whatever it is that has captured you at that moment, here you won't pick them up. But afterwards, not long after, or could be a couple of days after, you will talk about this feeling you had. There was this feeling like there was something else around, and it was warm, and it felt like it was holding me. I felt like something was trying to help me. That is an angel helping you through whatever it is you're going through. Please feel free to put your comments, your questions. I will channel them through for you tonight. So if you've got some questions about a lived experience or something you would like to ask, please ask it and I will channel the answer for you. In preparation tonight, I opened the door to the divine to bring through whomever is the right one for you to talk to you. So many decades ago, good evening, Cat Gray. Many decades ago, when I first started being a channel, being a medium, I was preparing for someone that was coming for guidance. And at that time, I used to have dozens of candles in my room. I loved my reading room. I had heaps of candles, different colors, different setups, just loved it. So it took me a while to light all the candles, and all the while I would be setting my energy, preparing and doing my prayers as I was lighting my candles. So in a church, quite often there'll be candles everywhere. And in far as I know, more the Roman Catholic Church, there are candles you can light for loved ones or for prayers. So there's lots of candles. I didn't know that at the time. So I just did what was natural for me, and I was lighting my candles. And then I felt something amazing. But I also felt, I don't know if I want to turn around. I'm not sure what's there. My room was beautiful. As I said, I loved it. I had to turn around. And there was this massive angel. And I just wanted to fall on my knees. I really didn't know what to do with myself, but I felt compelled that I should be on my knees. Isn't that funny? It was just a natural thing. And I said, "Who are you?" And this beautiful being said, "I am Archangel Gabriel. I am the one who speaks through you." And I did not know what to do with myself. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So explicit, unwavering faith and trust, and knowing that I was always in the best of care. I mentioned earlier I've had some pretty cool, pretty amazing experiences with the other side of the fence, And people go, well, how can that happen to you? Well, it'll happen because I'm a problem. The others, that side, don't want me doing my work. They certainly don't want you to know just how much support, how much love there is for you from the angelic kingdom. So they will try their best. And that's what I say to them. Give it your best shot. I don't care. And my favourite phrase with them is, oh, you want to dance with me? Well, let's dance. Always knowing who's with me. So for you, angels by your side, always. Always. And if you want to call for them, then please put that explicit phrase on. If you feel that you want Archangel Raphael to assist you with some healing, or you want his beautiful light to flow through you, then be sure to say, Archangel Raphael of the highest order of God. And that's it. Doors closed, and nobody else can get in the way or come through and pretend to be. The other way is to pray direct to God, and you leave it to him. What's that saying? Hand it up to God, give it over to God, something like that. You give it over and you leave it, and you trust that the angel, whoever God sends, is exactly what you need, and that is what it's going to be. So let me see what we've got here. Rinny Rin, I would love to see if my angels have any messages to tell me that I'm not acknowledging right now. Oh, I love that, Rinny Rin. Learning how to be more sensitive to the subtle. We were just having a conversation about subtle in the school of Wesh, the spiritual school of Wesh. That's it. Thanks, Rinny Rin. Let go and let God. About subtle messages, because the angels, the archangels, the elemental kingdom, the animal kingdom, your guides, they are all very subtle. Fairy Queen Anastasia, I don't know if I'd use the word subtle about her, but she is very gentle. She's mischievous, but she's gentle. Becoming more sensitive to the subtle means that you align with your enlightened aspect, your eternal self. And it is the most beautiful way to live your life. It takes patience and it takes commitment to learn to be sensitive to the subtle. It also means you're not putting your own defining definition on what you're seeing. You not only be more sensitive to the subtle, you accept what the subtle has to say. So I will ask for you, Rinny Rin, if there is anything that you're not acknowledging right now, and we shall see what comes through. Kristen would like to know if her babies are living their best lives. Well, they often run beside you and they were right beside you straight after your surgery. They stood so tall, so strong next to you to help you through, Kristen, and to make sure that you pulled through. They sent their very powerful love, their powerful energy through your body to help you. Rosie in particular was very, very close, like pushed up close to you when you first started to move around at home. When you were first home, She was by your side, like glued on to your side, to make sure you didn't fall over and to make sure you were okay. So are they living their best lives? What do you reckon? They're living their best lives with you. Not all the time, not 24/7. They got to have some fun over the Rainbow Bridge where it's free and it's away from this cluster here. So, oh, yeah, Cat Grey. You're going to go into some really cool stuff there. I don't know if people are ready for that. So I hope that was a help, Kristen. And I bet you need a couple of tissues now. I know, I almost do. How beautiful. They look after you a lot. Love you very much. It's more so Rosie that fusses with you, apparently. Rex a bit different. Okay. Steph, Alice, hi. Oh, let me find him for you. And I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm just going to back up here to Rinny Rin and ask. Yes, Rinny Rin, there is one particular thing that they say you are not listening to enough, and that is to do with people that you are sharing your desires, even sharing your experiences, like around the subtleness, and whom you're listening to, and they show me a wood circle, like it has a spinning thing in it. You're not listening carefully enough about being more intuitive. More intuitive, discerning with who you're sharing your intuition with, who you're sharing the things that you're experiencing and what it is that you want. So if I put that under the word of, I'm going to use the word intuition, not spiritual. When you want to share, and this goes for everyone really, when you want to share growing your intuition, being more aligned with your intuition, it's not really a good idea unless the person you're sharing it with is someone that you have unwavering trust with. So that's what they're saying really in that part of things. You're not listening when they are giving you the nudge about being more careful with who you're talking to and about what you're talking to them. 12-year-old fur boy passed 2 years ago. Steph, Alice, or is it Alice, Steph? Hi, Lisa Berry. Oh, did she, Kristen? Is that right? So Rosie was always by your side. All the same, Rinny Rin, that's the message that they brought through for you. So I encourage you to pay attention to that. Sure, Tanya, let me see for you, but I'm just going to go back to having a look for this beautiful fur boy that passed 2 years ago. Dodgy legs. chest breathing. Yes, Steph, Alice, now your beautiful boy is at peace. They are showing me the transition time, and just before his transition wasn't so peaceful, but he is now very. He does come to see you and worries about you, worries about your heart. Some nights sleeps in the house, but is really sleeping there like guardian for you. There's worries about your heart. But he is very much at peace and free. And that might sound cliche, everyone, but it's not. Not all souls, not all of our beautiful fur family run free. Karen McAllister, my son and I safe now. The immediate answer from your angels, and Karen, you have been answered very much when you have called for angelic help, particularly with the likes of a couple of Archangel Michael's team. And even though things have come very close, shall we say, they have had your back. They have been looking after you. And right now, they're saying that you're out of the worst of it. We might delve into that a little bit more for you, Karen, on a different level. Kat Gray, I'd like to know what Earth will be like in 2026. Oh my gosh, really? Shall we get through this year first, Kat? I will ask for you and see what they have to say. Steph, Alice, you're welcome, Karen. Michelle. Steph, check your heart out. You have a mild fibrillation, and it's more the case of your emotional heart, but you do still need to keep an eye, and it's for everyone. When you experience great loss and heartbreak, you do need to take care of your heart. So it's nothing that is major step that you're going to find on the likes of a ECG or anything like that. It is more a case of attending to your heart. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Alice, middle name. Thanks, Steph. You're welcome, Rennie Ren. I'll come back to you, Michelle. Sure, Lisa Barry, see what they have to say for you. The Great Cleanse. Wow. The Great Cleanse is what they say about 2026, Cat Gray. And the imagery that they are providing is, or bringing forward, is like a massive flood. That already happened once to humanity, but this is different. In this instance, the imagery represents cleansing. So there will be a great cleanse. Now, I've already seen the troop of hundreds of warrior angels coming to earth. They are coming in response to those who have chosen to become more aligned and go into faith, go into prayer. They are also coming because the time is up. The time is up for that very bad, naughty angel that's been running this world for a long time. He's got to give his toy back now. So the big cleanse is what they say, Captain. Now, please, everyone, remember, you contribute to the way of the world through your association, your relationship, your care of the earth, the animals of the earth, because they are all part of the whole picture, and you are part of that. So whatever you're doing to look after the earth and all animals, trees, plants, everything else, contributes to the way the earth is. And then there's humanity. So never, ever, ever think that you're just one person and what do your prayers matter or what do your hopes matter. They matter tremendously, tremendously. Everything you send out there is captured in the web of the collective consciousness and beyond, and it is responded to. So when we have the great cleanse and we have the change of things in 2026, your best way to be is to project living and seeing the world the way you would like it to be. You know, that was it Gandhi that said Buddha, I don't know, one of them that said be the change that you want to see. Well, in this case, with the way of things changing for the earth, send out the image of the reality and the feel of the reality you want, because you, along with everyone else, will contribute to that, and that will help the efforts of the warrior angels as well. Tanya Atkins, you've got a fork in your road coming up, and this is about your direction, and it is your personal direction in life, not work. And you might say, well, work is personal. No, this is your personal direction on who you are going to be, how you are going to be in these coming years. Because, Tanya, you're actually coming up to crossroads in your life. So you're coming up to a point of change. And then they show two roads for your personal life. When this kind of thing comes up, it also means that there is a leaving of the past, there is a leaving of old relationships. So you're entering a new time, Tanya, and it's a very exciting time. And exactly what I was just saying then about the reality that you that everyone wants to see, even stronger for you, Tanya. Lisa Berry, you have a windfall coming your way. Now, you're not going to be one of the newest millionaires. Not that, that would go very far these days, but I'm sure everyone would love $1 million. But you are going to, this is Lisa Berry, if you're still here, you are going to come in for a windfall, and it'll really, really surprise you with where it comes from. Now, the key with this is that you are to be very quiet about it and very careful with it. It's a little bit like having the golden egg. If you waste it, throw it, break it, you're not going to have it, and you'll never have it again. So take this windfall and make the most of it, meaning make it work for you so that you have a consistent return from your windfall. Enjoy it, Lisa. Lisa Murray, you're a little bit like Tanya, you've got some change. You've got some split in your pathway. So you've got new things coming for you. Wow. The presence in my house, I will say, and can't say I really like it very much. So Lisa Murray, you also have changes coming up, split pathway, but this isn't just personal. This is really a collective for you. So there are changes coming up for you that involve your darling, and your mum, your brother, and there's one other person here, an older person. So there is change coming that you're going to be a catalyst in, and everyone will be looking to you to be like the rudder. You're going to need lots of internal strength and boundaries. Boundaries is the big word for you, Lisa Murray. Yeah, warrior angels, and boy, are they a sight to see. You're welcome, Karen. Michelle Foster, we're running out of time here. Michelle Foster, what do I need to know or be aware of in my newly retired life? Oh, you show off. Okay, everybody, give a big round of applause for Michelle. She's newly retired, lucky girl, and she's scooting around enjoying life in all directions. You've earned that, haven't you, Michelle? What do you need to know or be aware of? What do you need to know? Well, actually, you're getting more of a celebration, like like trumpets playing and balloons popping, with your efforts with meditation, and it's more about not so much what you need to know or be aware of, but they're asking that you continue. Wow, you continue to do your meditations, you're evolving as you are. They're really impressed with you, with where you're going, and how you're tuning. She didn't say tuning in, but how you're tuning with your meditation, and that they're very excited for you. So that, on the human level, for your mind, tells me that there's some really exciting time coming with you, and it's key. Your meditation is key for you being able to access direct communication. Whoa, how exciting is that? Oh, no, you don't want to talk to him, Karen McAllister. Oh, beautiful, Cat Gray, beautiful. Lee Wild, hi, how are you? Yes, Maria, that's exactly right, and that's what we're going to need. Oh, thank you, Lisa Berry. Okay, Ailish Feel, wow. Good evening. You missed some excitement about angels by your side, and then the door was open for people to ask a question. But we are coming to a close, and Kim Jade, hi, welcome. Good job, Lisa Berry. Beautiful. For those that came in a little bit later and I was working through the messages, I'm sorry I didn't get to you this evening. It's a real joy to be back with you all, and to bring this to you. But for next week, I really hope you'll join me for something very special. Maria Bateman, I think you will be smiling about this. It's unusual for them to take me a week forward, but there must be a reason for this. So next week, for those of you who would like to join me, we're going to be doing a very deep, a very powerful meditation. And I can promise you, it will be quite incredible. So next week, if you wish to join me, that's what we'll be doing. And I'll look forward to seeing how you feel when we finish. Tell your friends if there's anyone that's in need of healing, if there's anyone that's in need of connecting with loved ones on the other side, then this meditation is going to be a wonderful opportunity for that. It will be more than an ordinary meditation. It will be deep healing. It will be transformation for some. It'll be quite amazing. So I hope to see you. I'm Mandy, beautiful. Hope to see you all for that next week. Between now and then, remember, the angels are always with you. And if you're going to call for them, use the right parameters, set the boundaries, and then wait for the subtle, very subtle guidance and subtle presence. Comes in the most amazing ways, miracles. Beautiful. See you all next week. Have a wonderful evening.